And with that, we should be good to go. Good afternoon. This is Jupiter Exile, and today we're continuing along Dark Souls 2. This is still our Soul Level 1 run, the only run of Dark Souls 2 I've been doing as of late. We are trying to beat every single boss with just melee and maybe a couple items, but no bows and arrows, no spells, nothing like that. So I have checked around on some guides and stuff to realize like what I'm missing at the moment, and I actually skipped a single line of dialogue from an NPC that is giving me some difficulty. I don't know why that phantom is appearing in a full like color. So we're gonna have to go back and find this NPC, who I believe is over this way, loosely. There we go. So the problematic NPC in this case is Kale the Explorer, who I understood was supposed to have moved to another location. He never actually did. It's because I stopped like one dialogue short in conversing with him. Let me pull over his location. Down the ladder at the second bonfire and through the hole with the tree root. Okay. So this is the second bonfire. It's down the ladder and then through the hole with the tree root from here. Let's get a reckoning at that. So if I can't remember his location, I may need to be here for an embarrassingly long time. Let's see. Oh, you know, I think I know what it means by the tree root. It's probably referring to a different bonfire. Because the hole with the tree root should be before the bonfire we just kind of Estused up as. Unless it's here. Oh, no, this is it, this is it. The tree root that you have to run up. And it should be at like the far end of this. No, but this is back the other area. So he might be around here. If anywhere, I think he's over on that. Let's do that again. Get through some coffee a while. Okay. Yeah, that is a different location, so... It's down this ladder. And then it's across here, right? Yeah, I think my goal is to get over down there. And for that, I jump here. Ow. Yeah, those headshots. Such long stun. Yeah, so apparently, the last time I was talking with this NPC, I gotta wait for a boulder here, I believe. Maybe it doesn't come again. So the last time I spoke with this NPC, I talked to him enough to get a key. I was supposed to talk to him one more time.
Incredible, really. Oh, I would not. No, I can't be. Something about. I'll be perhaps.
There. Now he will update his location. That's what I did wrong before. I didn't keep talking to him for like an extra 2 lines of dialogue, so he never updated his position. That's odd, I didn't have the label equipped. Alright, so now we'll go back to Majula. There is a bit of a lengthy quest line involved in getting Kale's full armor set. Essentially, the more bonfires you light, the more he is going to share with you. He should be just over this way. Yeah, come back here like 3 or 4 earlier times in the run expecting it to be here.
Oh, you've made it, of course. Even, I don't... Did you see? It wasn't... I don't... But it seems to fulfill something... I would not...
These are the primal bonfires.
Did you see the... It wasn't... I don't...
So, normally we can go through this quest line. There are only 2 bonfires that I'm missing, but one of them requires me to kill like the second to last boss in the game in order for it to be lit. So what we're going to do instead is kill this man, and he should drop his hat. There we go. Kale's helm has a stat adjustment on it. It actually increases our dexterity by an extra point, which means that now, if we equip the work hook, we can use the rapier. Where is it? There it is. Yep. So it's doing 195 plus 105 with this current gear setup, as opposed to the mace, which is doing 276 plus 82. Some of that is on there being a disparity of another 3 upgrades. So I'm going to see if I have enough materials to get another upgrade on the rapier. So if we can get the rapier up to plus 10, it should be a good weapon. We also haven't put a raw adjustment on the rapier yet. So this will be requiring chunks. I believe we have enough chunks to take it to plus 8. No, I'm short on the souls, so I'll have to eat something. Just burn some cheap ones. That's enough to get 1 upgrade in. Reinforce the rapier plus 7. Okay, that takes that up to 207 plus 1 something. So that's about 50 points behind.
I'll be around.
I'm going to go over and talk to the infuser so that I can change the rapier over to a raw rapier. I think it does more damage raw, but I'm not 100%. So we're going to have to kind of check the before and after on that. It's my understanding that the mace actually holds on to a bit more damage if you leave it uninfused. So I've possibly made a mistake on that. Oh, one of the dogs is angry. It's going to come in here in a moment. I can hear it. Just come out here and deal with this. There. And I'm going to use a few more souls. Yeah, these are all extra cheap ones. There, maybe now. Okay, so infusion of the rapier, currently doing 207 plus whatever. I have a ton of... where are they? A ton of raw stones. So that adds about 31 damage, but reduces the scaling to E. So instead of getting a plus 100 something, we'll get a lot less. So on the hammer right now, we were getting like a plus 80. With the rapier, we're getting the plus 105 right now. And after infusion to raw... Let's see. I don't think we can see how much bonus we're losing in the preview. So now this is doing approximately 300. We lost about 30 damage to gain about 30 damage on the weapon itself, so I think that's a side grade. Whereas this, I think both are actually side grades. I've got the Pale Stones to uninfuse both of these. Just need another number of souls. So we'll actually be going uninfused from here on. And infusing this with the Pale Stone takes it to 240 plus 119 compared to 270 plus 70 or 80 something. So that would be about 359 versus something that was pretty comparable. I think this is a very, very slight adjustment either way. We'll also go ahead and throw a couple upgrades on the helm while we're at it. Should be marked since we're wearing it. There we go. And that uses the ordinary Titanite path, so we can go pick up some more Titanite shards a little later. Let's see. Our ideal equipment threshold is under 30%. We're at 37% right now, so this is not like the best roll we can have, but it's pretty good. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so with this at +8, we're theoretically losing some damage. But we can attack way faster and with more reach now. Head back to the Ruined Fork Road. And we're going to work with this for a while. Now I believe it should be up this way. It is very narrow. This might disadvantage us against groups. Whoops. I didn't get my roll timing right. Yeah, we need to get past him. There's a door up there that we can open now. So now we can go back and forth between these two different weapons, between this and the mace. Comfort. Carefully. In short, be wary of up. Not sure quite what they're getting at with that, but... I didn't get the dodge right again. I could try baiting him out a bit more. It'll take another 3 Titanite chunks to make the Rapier the clear winner. Because that'll get the Rapier up to +10. And from there, so long as I'm willing to carry around the work hook, the Rapier will definitely do more damage. I can replace the work hook later on with the Vessel Shield. We one-shot these guys. Alright, I'm going to give it a bit more time. There we go. Just a minimal amount of patience. Now we can move along. Yep, here we go. I think we're getting less damage on our backstab now? Alright, Symbol of the King. There we go. Take a sip. Putting us in the vicinity of Aldia's Keep, the next major area for us to explore. And there's a lot of stuff for us to pick up around here. super fast to just stab, 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 moving on. That is a huge increase in our quality of life. Now, we have to hold on to the work hook in order to use this, and the work hook does decrease our dodge frames. Ah, it's totally a mimic. Got another 2. Done. And done. Malformed skull. I forget what that's all about. It's probably a casting thing. Ah, it's a great hammer, actually. Interesting. And we've got a bonfire right here. Lit. Simple stuff. Alright, this brings us into the keep in general. A lot of messages around here. What are people up to? Oh. That doesn't do much for us. That's just one of those recover more spellcasts type of things. I can't remember what is up with this. I think that is... well, that is a scripted phantom. Keep away, you. Ah, the last roll. He has enough invulnerability after that roll, and my whiff timer is long enough that I can't fit in another stab in order to, like, trade out for the double kill. Meh. Let's see, this reminds me that, there is a Hornet Ring available in the game that I can actually make use of with the Rapier. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. I think that might require me to go after Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Somebody else stopping to read some messages. I think this cart either, like, pops or something comes out of it when I get near there. It's not shaking for no reason. Either that or it's a distraction from the thing up ahead that's gonna get me. Alright. And there it is. Woman ahead and then joy. If it's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. I suppose it'll be further ahead that one of these doors blasts open to reveal some nonsense. Or there's a trigger that activates them all. I don't remember how this works. Yeah, Aldia has been studying a lot of questionable things. Souls, dragons, immortality. Yes, that lever there triggers an invasion. I get the feeling there is, hearing that jingle, jangle. There's a crystal lizard either above me or through one of these walls or something like this.
Well, you're nicely hollowed, aren't you? Are you tormented by memories?
Yep. I've got an imprisoned character.
This, long ago, this, the food, but instead, what he saw while met
Yeah, so this dude sells some powerful
No,
magic,
I'm
and I
sorry
think a
if you don't.
noteworthy miracle.
I couldn't give a fig. Yes, that's what your feeble mind.
Yeah, he basically just asks us to go and kill a few different NPCs, and like murdering NPCs is reversible somewhat in Dark Souls 2. I say somewhat because you can pay a cost to shop from the ghosts of any NPCs you murder, to try and make it less committal. They wanted to make sure you couldn't like loosely break your save file. Oh, come on, let me through. I know this is pathable in like a technical sense. So we can go up the center staircase if we de-petrify the goon who's up there. We've got an enormous basilisk here and a few other petrified targets. And I believe we just want to kill this thing. I'm not certain if this thing respawns. It's not smart. It doesn't have a nastier AI or any new moves. It's just bigger. Yeah, basilisks don't really have moves for attacking behind them, because they're ordinarily not big enough for that kind of thing to matter. Some water. We get a magic stone. And given the listing of bloodstains, I'm going to check for this to be a mimic. Torch, Dark Spirit. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Two Bonfire Ascetics. Nice. We're going to descend a little bit to check out this center area. We can't actually fit through there. I'm trying to remember if there's any actual gain to de-petrifying this guy. I don't think so. If there is, it's just that it lets us up a little bit faster. Like, instead of taking this route up the left, we can... I don't know. It's all about the same. Can't fit through there, so yeah, we're continuing on. We don't have to use a fragrant branch in this case. Got this kind of ominous looking airlock type of thing. Be wary of up. Oh yeah, there's a mimic up there. An imprisoned one. Use Pharaoh's Lockstone here. I've got plenty of these. And that gives us a well-lit room. Got these jerks hanging out behind some stuff. We've got several enemies that are suspended up above us. And I can't remember how many of these fall down. Yeah, so you get a lot of noise going on in here. I believe one of these side rooms, I think, has a bonfire. Lockstone. Okay, and there's kind of a corrosive gas thing going on down here. No, there's a whole bunch of corrosive fluid. Don't you dare. Yeah, there's a bunch of raunchy stuff over there, and you will absolutely, absolutely have your gear broken. The rapier degrades pretty fast as is. This one's locked. This is locked. There's a chest behind there. Don't you dare. A lot of people who don't seem to like the torches. Let's take care of you. And down there is a way into all that corrosive stuff. I think there are actually a few important items down here. So we're going to remove everything. And we're going to go on a bit of a death run. Oh, that was a bit more death than I had expected. Yeah, there are 3 items down there to get a hold of. It looks like we're going to have the Silver Cat ring equipped so that we can survive. Or we'll have to unhollow. I'm going to try a bit of column A, a bit of column B. We'll have to watch out for that man behind the painting. I think he's maybe one of the only enemies that's going to get in our way in terms of doing this. Unless the basilisk at the top of the stairs has respawned, in which case we'll probably just get killed by that basilisk. I don't know why it is that the collective undead community has taken a stance on lighting the fires here. Oh, and there might be something back over here. Oh! Those are explosive? I didn't know the red ones were explosive. That's something. We've got a couple other things to explore, so I'm going to go ahead and re-equip all my stuff. I thought those were special in some other way. Aren't I a fool? Got Kale's helm, peasant's attire, peasants. I'm actually going to put the other stuff away. Don't use that, don't use that. Might use those later. That away, that away, that away, that away. And I've used a few of these for some other reasons. The imported set is worthless. The mannequin set is okay. And I'm going to hold on to all my rings, because a lot of rings are situationally useful. Okay, so we'll go with Chloranthe. We'll have Silver Cat on for now. Then Flynn's. And Ring of Binding, perhaps? Yeah, so we're not equipping the Ring of Blades at the moment. We can remove the Silver Cat for the Ring of Blades a bit later. In Dark Souls 1, the item discovery and your odds of finding drops is balanced around whether or not you're holding on to humanity. And that's the big lever that humanity is in that game. Whereas in this game, the lever of humanity is, you know, do you get to have all your health? This place does have a lot of mimics. Okay, this one's not one of them. So in Dark Souls 1, we didn't tend to find as many dropped gear pieces from the various things we were killing. There's also just like one gear set that eclipses a lot of others in terms of viability, so we mostly just use that. Yeah, we're gonna have some mirror warriors break out here. This guy's actually quite tough. And he can magically pivot to follow us even when he's in a weapon cooldown. How very Dark Souls 2 character of you. That was 2 buffered swings into a shield. And now he's dead. That is a respawning enemy, the one who breaks out of the mirror. And we've got more here as well. Northern Ritual Band +2. We'll wake up a few more guys. If this is a mimic, I don't even care. Just want to get this item and go. Bright Bug. Not super important to me. There was a message on that ground for just a moment. I'm just gonna go... Okay, yeah, that Basilisk is coming back. I think I might be able to just run around him, though. Let's see. I didn't cycle the room. Okay, so we just recycle it here. And that will close out those other 2 characters. I'm wondering if that guy steps out from the painting on of his own accord. I'm not sure. So I believe this is the bit where we reach the end of the hall, and this guy is just gonna kind of come out and say hi. But we'll bypass him anyway. This is locked. Okay. Spice. Oh right, there's another one. Yeah, I couldn't remember that one. I believe both of those doors stay crumbled, so. Moving right along. Yeah, I really don't want... I'd like to get those items in the basement. I think one of those is the key that I need to unlock the other areas. But I'm not excited about breaking all of my gear and having to go back to Majula to get it back on. Because even if I bring along the anti-decay ring, even if I bring along both of them, it's still going to break a bunch of stuff. I think it'll break like the Flynn's ring and the Ring of Binding first. This Flynn's ring is not very durable. Come on, squeeze through. Yeah, because in terms of my rings... Okay, the Ring of Binding actually has 130, but the Flynn's ring only has 30 durability. So, if I unequip Flynn's and hold on to the Silver Cat, I think I might be able to make a run through that stuff. I might lose some of my armor. The Peasant set does not have a lot of durability to work with. So let me change this out for just a Ring of Blades. Actually, no, we're going to use a Bracing Knuckle Ring +2. And so it's the last door on the left we're going to go through and try and navigate the corrosive muck. Not this one, but this one. Take a drink. Go down. Yeah, no damage. Large Soul, Corrosive Urn, 2 Divine Blessings, and then over here should be the key, right? Soul Geyser, Petrified Dragon Bone. Okay, none of those actually contain the key I needed. And I lost 2 pieces of gear. Oh yeah, the wall spikes can actually hurt these guys. It's pretty neat. Okay, so that was not related to the, So that was not related to the key I'm looking for. illusion ahead and then visions of bonfire. Okay, yeah, there's a left. That's it. Flipping hidden bonfires. There are like 5 of these, maybe 6 in Dark Souls 2. Bonfires behind illusory walls. To some extent, like, I mean, there are some extents where it's fun to explore things on your own, and it's a bummer to have things spoiled by messages. But bonfires are a really core aspect of the game. Like, I'd like to have them all without all this fuss. I might need more than that to do all these repairs. We got a lot of petrified dragon bones. They just don't matter much for us. There we go.
I'll be around.
Yeah, if I were using dragon weaponry, those turn out to be quite nice. Just over here, we've got 11. Reinforces special equipment. Yeah, poison, bleed, raw, magic, mundane, power of mundane. Okay. Yeah, there's still the left side of Hyde's tower that we're missing the bonfire for. Not a big deal. Alright, back to Aldia's Keep in the ritual site. So we need to slip past 2 of those big guys. This shortens our run a good bit. This run is a little tedious if you have to go up those stairs in the main chamber every time. We still don't have the key for the area, though. Okay. I'll take that. Just move on here. And then into here, I believe we're fighting a boss. Yeah, the Guardian Dragon. Okay. I do not remember what this guy likes to do, or like what order he does things in. Okay, so straight up is he's going to breathe down, and I probably need to move to the edge. Just throwing fireballs. Okay. Can I go underneath? It's like I can go through his legs without much fuss. Kind of expecting a foot stomp or something. Maybe fireballs. I have no idea what the hitbox for that flame breath actually is. That looks like it might be the straight down breath. Can I avoid that by getting to the edge? Looks like it. This boss is not one that's super memorable to me. Ow, I actually took a hitbox from that tail. Alright. That's an actual tail swipe. And he swipes twice. Got it. There's a foot stomp. There we go. Dark Souls 2 makes a lot of these tails into, like, physics objects. I'm just gonna heal off that. Yeah, you can't tail slap when you don't have a tail anymore. Won't stop him from trying, of course. We might need to... Oh, I thought that was, gonna actually... I thought he was actually gonna perch and breathe fire, like he's doing now. Out the way. Drink up. I'm giving him some berth because I believe he has a pretty serious, like, on-landing hitbox that he can do. This is tricky. Okay, glad that was a straightforward breath. That's what I assumed that was. I really didn't have another, like, option. Oh wow, he actually did a bite attack. That should be it. Yeah, not a very like difficult or engaging boss. He doesn't move around a lot. He doesn't really respond to you necessarily. He's got these just huge spots between his legs that you can just kind of tear him up through. Not a big deal. So we're just moving up. God dang it. I'm not going back down the elevator to grab that right now. I don't think it's important. Yeah, we're a little green around the everything. So I believe this will get us up into the Dragon Roost. There's a whole bunch of stuff up here. Lots of items and things. Lots of individual dragons that we can kind of choose to fight or skip. So Aldia, with his keep being so near to the Dragon Roosts, hurrah for open area, hurrah for joy. He was experimenting with dragons to find out about their immortality, and a lot of the creatures and things we've run into are the results of his failed experiments.
Bearer of the curse.
He is also the weird, like, tree-burning
Long have I waited
face
for such
thing
as you.
that pops up out of bonfires periodically.
One who can bearer of the curse. It was the ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this. Do not resist.
So the nice thing about the Aged Feather, this is a, what's it called? This item is just a homeward bone that we can use continually with no drawbacks or issues. Like, it's just a reusable homeward bone. A nice convenience. Got a bonfire here without any fuss. And we'll take a rest. We didn't find any additional Titanite chunks, so we still can't complete the upgrades we need. But we're sitting on 3 slabs. Very different from the Dark Souls 1 experience. Yeah, so there are dragons, like, all over. Most of them are not, like, interactive, or they're not gonna, like, come out of the woodwork and fight with us, generally speaking. This is a passageway back. Yeah, we can get an item here, but we can't make it back. So, I'm gonna just quickly use the Aged Feather that we've gotten pretty recently, which sits just next to Homeward Bones in the inventory, as well as just next to the Dark Sign. The Aged Feather also outmodes the Dark Sign. So the only function of the Dark Sign is to give us an option to kill ourselves and Homeward Bone back. Alright. I need to remember a lot about how this place is laid out. There's a few different forks and other things. Use a fragrant branch here. I think I can hear a crystal lizard. There's a few of them around here, if I remember right. Hopefully we should be able to finish upgrading our weapon when we're done here. I might have been hearing that guy instead. They make a clinking chain noise. Bonfire acetic, nice. There's a crystal lizard. It's important to lock on. The rapier and items like it actually do need to be aimed up or down. If I'm looking up, the stab is very high. If I'm looking down, the stab is very low. So that's a peculiarity we haven't been confronted with before. Okay, eggs like these have to be left alone. If we destroy them, it's not the end of the world, but we will tick off several dragons. And thus we'll have to start fighting some dragons as we go through here. Ouch. That's very annoying, although I suppose that might have happened to somebody else. No, I think that message is there because somebody just dropped down there to check on it. I think that will despawn the crystal lizard from a moment ago. We did aggro it and start it up. So there's a bunch of dragons here that are sleeping. They're not like the most threatening thing in the world. If you have a weapon that's good at taking them on, by all means, you can take them out. I don't want to stab the dragon. I accidentally stabbed the dragon. Whoopsie. They don't do a lot of damage with that. It's a weirdly low damaging fight. Oh, Tail Slam actually got us. Yeah, these guys have a lot of health. I think he won't stay annoyed between different like after we respawn. I don't think he'll stay mad. I am realizing that regarding these crystal lizards, looks like they actually take a very bad amount of damage from piercing. So we're gonna change back over to the mace setup with the ladle while we are dealing with these lizards. Okay, so we ran through here, over here. And yeah, getting all the lizards is our primary goal for this little zone. If I wanted to just complete the zone, I can just run past a lot of things and be done. We also need to kill some of these guys so they don't run around after us. Because they are the corrosive cloud version, which will mess up our gear or something fierce. Yeah, here we go. We do a much more effective damage to lizards with a blunt weapon. Large Titanite, Twinkling, and a Pale Stone. Okay. See, this one here runs into the nest of dragon eggs. Just to ask, like, hey, are you in the mood to aggro that dragon? As a matter of fact, no, not really. These guys have no conventional attacks, only that bursting move thing. I want to get him a little away from the dragon before I go too gung-ho about making sure I kill him. There's a Titanite chunk. The other lizard I'm going to leave where he is for now. There are a few different items that we have to fall off of things to get, like over there. There are a lot of cases here, like a lot of the rest of Dark Souls 2, where they just put an item in front of you, and if you tunnel vision on the item, one of those guys will spill out, they'll do a burst, and you'll go flying off this ledge. So you definitely have to not let the items on the floor blind you. But if you're on Dark Souls 2 and you haven't learned that lesson by now, you probably just stopped playing. The game does this all the time. Yeah, we're just gonna take that. is actually in quite bad shape. I'm gonna pop a repair powder. I don't remember how much of these guys are around, or how many rather. I don't remember how many more we might have to deal with. So there's another dragon. He's got his clutch of eggs over there, and he's got his little lizards. Just some shards. And there's another lizard. So much treasure up here. There's another Titanite chunk, just one more, and we can upgrade the rapier to maximum. Magic stone. We've got a caster up there. This guy's gonna throw lightning. We do have to watch out for him a bit. I think that's like a dragon priest or something like that. I want him to run out of the dragon's hitbox. Okay, alright. Alright. Yeah. Why does it accept buffering a swing, like, while you're still in the cooldown for a swing that clunked into a wall? Oh, that is such a troll. It's like guaranteed with so many of these, like, oh yeah, if you just swing as best you can, there's no way you can get it. Got him. Oh, how did an egg break there? Okay, the dragon hasn't gotten ticked off yet for some reason. Fire Drake Stone. Dragon Charm. Lizard. I think, is that a lizard I killed earlier? Yeah, I've already been here. This is just another way to go to the same place, or a way to backtrack. There's a drop down there, and I would have to use a homeward bone to get back from that drop. Means running back through a whole lot of stuff, which I'm not in the mood for. So this just leads back to a spot where you were. You can grab that rope and slide on back over. Raw for beast. And this will mark the end of the dragon area, from what I recall. So we can totally go back through there in a little bit and get some more stuff. I just want to make sure I've got the bonfire at the Dragon Shrine, which is right here. Have a quick chat with Aldia.
How you grapple without falter with this dreadful, twisted world. Peace grows men the illusion of love. Shackled by falsehoods they yearn for. Until we are bound as true. All men, that is, no construction of a one for the wall. No, hello. I'm intentions. I seem to share the
Fire and dark creates disparity, ending the Age of Grey, which also entails bringing both life and death to the world. Whereas before, in the Age of Grey, things were ruled over by dragons, who were immortal. Death was a new concept then. So that is a lot of how things kind of, how something new is coming together in that sense. There are 2 bridges over to this main area. Okay, yeah, I want to keep exploring some stuff over here. So, there's a bridge there, which I think connects to like a tunnel here that might lead over into that area. I can't remember if I've been down there. So this would be the way I came in through before that allowed me to finish up the place. Let's see. These items here that the dragons are sleeping on top of, I believe we can just pick up without a fuss, as long as we don't piss off the dragon. Okay. So I think that area down there I've already been through, at least to some extent. That leads over to there. I'm not sure if I've been over to that one. And I can't roll or fall off of this either. But I think what I can do is fall down here to there, and then take this over. Wary of ambush, okay. No, I suppose I did cross this earlier, because yeah, because this is like the first area. And I saw and I was able to remark on this island to the left. Over here. I just want to be a little more thorough with this place, because, let's see. Yeah, we only need 1 more Titanite chunk to get in that last upgrade. Yep, can't fit through there. I think I haven't checked out over this way. I can see there's an enemy here. What else have we got? Ah, okay, this is behind where that Dragon Priest guy was. That is just a healing spell. There we go. Now that we're behind here... Petrified Dragon Bone. Alright. Yeah, the Petrified Dragon Bones can upgrade, like, the Dragon Teeth we found. A couple other things. There aren't that many different dragon weapons running around. That's the one we killed. That's the way we came, right? There, I wanted to come back here so I could get the fall off of this ledge. Pick up a couple things. The Pharaoh's Lockstone, and a Soul of a Brave Warrior. Not a huge bounty. Alright, we'll just go ahead and move on now. I do not have an endless patience for dithering back and forth. So this area up ahead, the Dragon Shrine, is very tough, but kind of interesting. So the various enemies along the route in the Dragon Shrine are all quite tough, but they're actually respectful. So there's a heck of a lot of guys, but these various knights that are along the side will actually respect you so long as you duel every enemy that you run into along the way. If you break the terms of a duel or you try to skip an enemy, everything here will come after you. And apart from that, you are also like free to run around and look at some other stuff, grab things. Just like, don't try to run ahead and skip stuff. Yeah, now is the point in the game where we actually have a lot of bonfire ascetics, and we can selectively re-roll certain areas to get more important stuff. So yeah, this guy, we can just walk past. He turns to regard us. This is our next dueling opponent. Ouch. Now, the other trick about this, though, some of these dueling opponents are absolutely nasty. The first one's not that big a deal, but in sequence, they just have, like, kind of a really big stamina pool. So there's some of these guys that just keep on swinging and refuse to give you openings, and that gets pretty tough. Nonetheless, we gotta fight him down. Skipping past an enemy at this point is gonna make it really hard to survive here. There we go. There's a certain enemy type in this segment that I remember was very harsh. I don't remember how harsh exactly or which guy it was. Yep. Everybody loves to spook you on those. It's totally a mimic, it's totally a mimic. Nah, don't worry. But yeah, we've got dudes with great bows, all the classics. We can jump over here to get this extra treasure chest. And then we go back onto the vanilla route, so to speak. The Drake Keeper stuff. This is like the weapons these guys are wielding, in case you want to mess with these. It's like an order of knights that value and respect the dragons. I think this guy's the rude one, the one with the sword. Let's see. No, that wasn't too bad. Which one is it? One of these guys along the way is just endlessly problematic. I could have sworn he had a hammer. So I thought it was the mace guy who just swung forever and never stopped. Right, there's one duelist there in the center. Okay, this guy's like a twin blades guy. He's got a little dragon tail going on. We do very little damage to him per hit. I'm not sure if I'll be able to line up a backstab at all. can't get off 2 hits before he wants to get back to his business. Oh! It magically credited me a backstab. Okay, it gave me a trade there. I have to... Woo! We barely have enough health to survive a hit from him. If we wait just a little bit between swings, his AI doesn't realize that he's in a combo and where he wants to roll out, so he'll let us get in some more shots. And that worked out. But yeah, you need to be pretty dang persistent on the ball with that particular guy. I think the one in the center here is also looking to duel. What's up? Do you want to fight or... Okay, I can just walk past him, I think. Yep, these guys will let me go through because I did all the duels on the way. And up over here, we have a dialogue with the Ancient Dragon. We are going to come back later to fight this guy as a boss, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to clear some DLCs first and get, like, way better gear, because this guy has a truckload of health, and honestly, his fight just has a really annoying design. The curse of life is the curse of want. Yeah, fire and disparity create want. We have acquired the Ashen Mist Heart. I forget what this allows us to access, or like what we get from this in general. I did it! Liar ahead, try attacking. Yeah, this boss is a pain in the neck. The run back to him is quite noteworthy. You do have to fight some guys along the way, because several of those guys respawn. That Phantom type that we fought at the end, I don't believe he comes back. Now, I remember there being a branching path here that I have not explored just yet. So we're going to go back and look for that for a while. Let me actually check the description of the Ashen Mist Heart. Delve into the memories of the Withered. Yeah. This allows us to access a few different special areas, one of which is in Vendrick's tomb, which I think will be the next one we head over to. Play dead required ahead. Oh boy. I don't think this is a mimic, but if I'm wrong, whatever, I'll die. Another slab. Don't you dare. I think this is the guy that I remember being really obnoxious. I do have a distaste for the various, like, great shield carrying enemies in the game. Oh my god, that stun was so long. Okay, he let me get in a shot. I didn't even tell, I couldn't tell what animation that was that actually hit us at the end. Oh, hey. Skeptic Spice, Twilight Herb. Yeah, this is the branch I was thinking of. I think that relief up there is related to something. That might actually be a relief of King Vendrick. Get at this. Dragon Fang Villard. We get the third dragon ring. Okay, yeah. That is a very good ring. I don't want to deal with this Dragon Fang Villard, wherever he is. I'm gonna get a move on. Oh, looks like we're dealing with him. What is this? Petrified egg. Figure this out in a sec. He actually let me get off 3 shots. How many times can that happen? Enough. Works out. These guys have somewhat challenging patterns, but it's not the worst. Human effigy for killing a phantom. A petrified something. So what is this egg all about? It's not a key item. The Dragon Talon. Right, the Dragon Talon and the Frozen Fire are about getting to the Sunken City and Eleum Lois, respectively. Petrified Egg. I think that is back over here, under, like, the consumables and main things. We've got the Crushed Eye Orb. Invade the World of Trader. That's for something specific. I don't remember what that relates to. Soul of Velstadt. Huh. I don't remember what this egg is about. Because I don't see where it went. It's not under keys, so it's not for unlocking something. It's not for upgrading anything. It's not a spell. Yeah, so we've got the 3rd Dragon Ring. Increases HP, stamina, and maximum load. That may be familiar to folks. It is basically the effect of the, what's it called? It's the same effect as the Ring of Favor and Protection. The caveat of it is that it only has 20 durability. But apart from that, it's real nice. So we're going to equip that straight away. And we're going to put the Flynn's Ring back on, because apparently we weren't equipping that. Whoops. Oh, neat. Something else. Crystal Magic Weapon and Fragrant Branch of Yore. Crystal Magic Weapon is actually a very powerful spell. It's just not important for us. Thus far, this has not been nearly as bad as I remember this place being. Yeah, the 3rd Dragon Ring is very nice. With that in tow, I think the Ring of Binding we're not really reasonably going to be able to keep equipped anymore. It's going to kind of get pushed out slowly by the better stuff that we found along the way. Alright. I am going to quickly travel to the beginning part of the Dragon Aerie and take another quick sweep for some items. I want to get one more Titanite chunk so that I can finish upgrading the Rapier. Let me see, I think I may not have done the full extent of this climbed up section. Let me do that again. Like a dream. Ah, right. Now we can quickly go back and forth between either side of this if we want to. Now, I can't remember if I can drop along the way to get this item. Yes, that's how that works. Okay, let me try that again. Yeah, because you can't jump off the bridge to get this thing. You have to get it by jumping off of the rope as you go. I'm going to get a little bit more light going in here. Just a moment. Okay. So we go up the ladder. I'm assuming that the timing should be just about when I'm crossing the bridge to let go of the rope. So, here. There we go. Soul of a great hero. That's a decent number of souls. Rewind it. Meh. Very, very itchy. Looks like I did lose some HP along the way, maybe in that drop. Okay. There was definitely at least one more crystal lizard up here that I didn't manage to get. Possibly two. There's one. Done. Get out of here, both of you. And I think I see a crystal lizard up that ledge. Go. Some more large Titanite shards. Some more dragon eggs. I don't think there's a specific reason to kill any of these dragon eggs, so we're just gonna keep avoiding that. All right, I got what I wanted, so I can head out now. Is this fall meaningful? No, it's not. Ow. Okay, so the next place to head back to is we actually need to go back to Vendrick's Crypt. But first, I'm going to go back to Majula to finish reinforcing the rapier. +8, +9. That should be the +10 rapier.
I'll be around.
So it's taking us from 240 to 230, and I think the amount of damage they're doing is kind of comparable. 230 plus 86 versus 240 plus 99. Okay, so there's handily more damage out of the maze. The rapier's just faster. So we've got a slower weapon option and a faster weapon option. Alright. And yes, onto the crypt. So let's see. We're gonna go to the ditch. And I just need to wrap around a corner here, basically, and then do the run through to Velstad's room. So around this right corner. Should only have to break one of those, then back through here. Then we run across this. And then we've got this room, which is full of all sorts of junk. So I'm trying to remember how many of these guys there are that are going to come and try for the bell. I think that guy is the last one who tries for the bell. Yeah, it's the last gotcha enemy who will try and show up and make your life terrible. Okay, so I may try for those 4 chests in a little bit. Now, we've got Vendrick over here, and we're still not interacting with him for now. We're going to go into this memory. So this corpse is now interactable, where previously we couldn't actually get anything out of it interacting with it. Here we find the memory of the king.
Seeker of fire, coveter of the throne. I am Vendrick, root. As flame rises, so does it fade. Such is the way of things. Do you intend to link the fire? Then you must first prove your worth, seek adversity, and your wishes. And your wishes. And your...
Okay, that's all he has left to say. So our goal in all of this is to seek after the 3 crowns. You do not need to find or acquire the crowns in order to kind of complete this. Giant ghost required a head, charmer required a head. Yeah. It's only through great adversity that you can actually acquire all 3 crowns. And if you do, you can acquire what is effectively the true ending. Hey, you know, the king said I'm cool, so if I could just... No? Okay. I'm going to try again to get those chests, now that I know I can prevent the spawning of extra stuff. I think I have good odds for getting that. And although we've just upgraded the rapier, this is a pack of enemies that I think the mace is more effective for. As it goes, heavily armored targets are usually a better target for the mace. Less armored targets and fleshy things are usually going to be a better target for the rapier. This includes some really challenging bosses, so glad to have the option. As for dragons, I'm not sure which is more effective. Dang it! I was trying to handle my facing in a very peculiar way to avoid hitting that. We're going to return to the last bonfire and rest there. So naturally, this would be the downside of the mace. Okay, that'll reset the enemies and the bell. This is one case where the tombs that spawn these guys continually cannot be destroyed, as opposed to the earlier renditions, which were destroyable. I'm trying to hit him like with the end of the backswing, basically. Yeah, so I gotta watch the backswing of the mace. If I lure him this way a bit, it should work out. There we go. Okay. Now, taking on these 3 guys. The Dragon Rider in the middle is the only, like, tough enemy here. The other 2 aren't that big a deal. They'll just interrupt me while I'm trying to deal with the Dragon Knight. See if I can pull them out a little sooner. Well, I guess that wasn't too necessary. Okay, cool. Now we can fight this guy. Fairsies and squaresies for me. He does have a lot of health. I think he's got the same health as the boss Dragon Riders from earlier in the game. I think I actually want to make use of Aromatic Ooze to speed this up. So we're just going to give him a whole lot of space. Dang it, I just unequipped it by accidentally pressing X. Where is that? There we go. I'm gonna check real quick to see if he wants to stay lodged on that bit of terrain. Because if so, I can just loot these chests. Okay. He did not stay lodged for good, so... Alright, come on, out the middle. Ow. Okay, couldn't quite slip out that time. We got him half dead. Whew. A little close. I was a bit daring on that one. Alright. Okay, yeah, we can't hit him with the shield breaker. It doesn't really work. We triggered a stagger at the end, so there we go. Now we can loot all 4 of these chests. We'll be rewarded with a Dark Knight Stone. In a regular playthrough, things like Dark Knight Stones are decently valuable. Poison throwing knives. Give you more opportunities to experiment with other pieces of gear. Jog ahead. I don't know what that's referencing, but I'm going to save it for last. A fragrant branch of yore. And 4 torches. Okay, not that big a deal. So that was not necessarily worth the time, but we went for it. I don't remember where the Crushed Eye Orb is actually used in this game. I believe it's got like a scripted location. Okay, there's a particular place that I need to find or get to. You know, I think it's the spot where those sparkles were, which is on the other side of the Royal Gate, which was down through here, through one of these doors. It's not this way. I think it's not through here, because that's a dead end. I think it might be on the other side. Guy dead. It's across this. And then through here. And then I need to... Ah, okay, it's actually opening again. So once you've opened these once, they just open every time? Yeah. I suppose so. Oh, there was another bonfire here. I could have just come to this. The place unbeknownst. But these similar sparkles here, the same as were on Vendrick's armor, we can now use this to access an important memory. So this is actually a pretty challenging fight from what I recall. The last time I was doing this, I think I used poison to beat it. The memory of Jay. Be wary of boss, but money bags ahead. I think that, what I recall, you are allowed to repeat this boss fight. Right. The challenging thing is there's these, like, ballistas coming in with fire, and you can just die. I do not remember the pattern to get through here, and I'm going to have to. This is going to be a bit of trial and error. But at the end of this tranche of stuff, there's an enemy that will drop one of the souls of a giant. One of the souls of the giant, I believe, is locked up in... it's held by the ancient dragon. Okay, I'm gonna sit back and wait for a bit until the first bit of fire comes in. Okay. Make the jog now. I think I need to wait again. There they are. Oh boy. And now we've got the Giant Lord, but I got killed by more incoming fire. So the Giant Lord is the guy that we need to kill in here. He's pretty tough, from what I loosely recall. But the big problem here is just all of like the flying stuff and traps. Thankfully, we spawn like right here, and we can just run back in without much trouble. There's also like a loose time limit on this. Okay, the head has started tumbling. I think this spot is safe from that fire blast. Yeah, it is. Okay. So there's the second fire blast, the one that killed us before. Oh, and like his attacks are freaking enormous. So it killed us out to here. There's a few different items and things around here as well. They're just pretty obnoxious to get. I do not remember how to do this fight effectively. I thought I had the dodge timing right on his sword there. I just didn't, as it turns out. I don't think we can get the boss to be affected by any of the particular attacks that are coming in. So wait for that one. We see that happening over there. The head tumbles down. We make it. Okay. We ran too far forward. So need to wait a little further back until the head goes through, and then one more thing of fire. Then we can start making attempts on the boss. I don't remember if it's the mace or the rapier that is more effective against this boss. So we wait. There's the first set of fireballs. Okay. We move up. Got clocked a little bit. Gotta keep running. Want to be about here when the statue's rolling through. And then we need to wait here. Oh, we were too far forward again. Okay, so I guess I need to be a little further back on that segment to avoid this incredibly indistinct hitbox. And then we can go forward. I don't know how much fire resistance it takes for these kind of ballista shots to not kill you as well. And it's not really possible to get up past them. It's not that we're missing a cycle and having to wait for another one. You just have to wait a really long time. Left leg, be wary of head. So there's the first one, run forward. Wait for those fireballs, and we need to be right about here. Run forward through that. I get back over here. Okay, there's the other fire that I had to wait on, so now I can move forward and try to fight the boss. Didn't die there. Okay. So the boss has a pattern that's very similar to the first boss of the game, from what I recall. Overall, once you can make it to this guy, he's not super challenging. Took a hit there, but I think we just want to try and finish this out. That is a very frustrating sliver of health there. Oh boy. I'm going to try using charcoal pine resin instead of aromatic ooze. I'm not sure which one is more effective against this guy. So just going to vary it up. Oh, man. I thought I could get him with that last 4-hit combo. I don't think anybody on Earth would fault me for assuming that would work. I'm going to swap out the Ring of Binding for the Ring of Blades. That is a very substantial amount of health loss at this point, so we need to rehumanify. Chug, and let's go. Okay, so let's remember the dance on the way. It's first fireball, on left, wait for head. Is there another fireball before I wait for the head? I think I just hang out here. And then I get in here. Estus, buff weapon. There's the other fireball, now I can run at the guy. And I just need to dodge his first sword attack. There we go. Yeah, I'm not certain how that, like, sword attack is coming in. I cannot see it to save my life. There we go. This should work. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the fire was more effective. The Ring of Blades might have also helped. Alright, we get the Giant Lord's Soul and the Giant's Kinship. Here we have the Soul of a Giant, very important. And I believe that is all we required from the Memory of Jay. So examining this takes us out again. Yeah. The enemy pixel. Yup. Oh, man. That was a crushing way to take, like, one extra death. Access to the throne room beneath the castle. So I believe this actually technically lets us get to the final boss. Which is just not our current goal. I want to check on something. I want to see if the gal at the poison pool is willing to sell us Titanite chunks yet. We are basically in the end game. This is like the official end game. What's your inventory look like?
Well,
Okay, yep. We can access up to 10 Titanite chunks, which sounds like a fine number. Let's go. Let's see, I'm pretty good on the rest of this stuff for now.
visit me again.
So, what else did I want to upgrade? I can upgrade my armor. The rapier's maxed. I can probably max out the battle axe and then focus on armor for a bit. Because most of this armor is just going to be with us permanently. Oh, whoops. Ran the wrong way there, I guess. I'm going to talk to her a bit more. I think she can move back to Majula at a certain point.
What? Oh, we can all do. These stones make some of them.
They
None of
definitely don't look all the same. They're a
Drang
whole
Lake.
bunch of different
How
stuff.
is it? It's. I've searched. Perhaps we'll meet. I've searched.
Yep,
Perhaps.
time to move on.
I suppose it's about time.
Yep, there we go. I think this puts her back in Majula. I'm not certain. But I'm gonna check. Yeah, so now we don't have to traverse the far end of wherever the hell to talk to her.
Oh. Gilligan can certainly be helped. Ah, and you can bet him. Drat. Don't spend your...
Alright, so we're gonna get the upgrades on the battle axe. And let's move on to armor reinforcement. So there are actually builds and setups you can do in Dark Souls 2 to be able to use a shield in your SL1 run. You can use, I think, the Falconer shield. I'm not sure if it's the Golden Falcon shield. It's another one that's for sale. It blocks 90% of damage. It's pretty good. Let's see. Let me get this out of the large Titanite bracket. And we'll throw one Titanite chunk into this. So we've got a good smattering. It's when upgrading armor, it's best to upgrade it all at the same pace. That's the most efficient. As for Cloanne here,
Oh, speak up.
I don't recall if she'll actually sell us additional chunks. No. I don't know if this ever becomes unlimited, maybe a good bit later. There are enemies we can farm chunks from if we ever needed that many. But we're really not going to use much more than what we've got at this point. Okay, my next order of business... I don't have any flask shards, right? No. My next order of business is really I need to go find... there's a couple things I can do. I can go back to Hyde's Tower and work my way on the left to try to kill that dragon. I might do that for at least a little bit, but I'm not going to get bogged down in it. I've got the Smelter Demon to kill. That's still a factor. I need to find the third instance of Dark Diver Grandal, which is in Drang Lake Castle. I believe this last bonfire is related to him. I think I technically have a revisit to Shrine of Amana now that I've got all of the Milfinito there. And apart from that, we're in the DLC. So there's also apparently a bonfire I'm missing at the Bastille, and I don't actually know where that is. I think it's something kind of close to the Sinner's Rise, because I believe there's a shopkeep up there that I didn't unlock. That's right, it's the bonfire that's behind a person who was turned to stone. That's up very high over here. Let me actually go back and try to get that first. As I've got a lot of souls to spend right now, and most of the stuff around here shouldn't be too dangerous. It's still dangerous. Everything's dangerous. The Bastille is, like, by its nature, a very dangerous map. We just deal a lot of damage at this point. We haven't substantially improved our defenses or health over the course of the entire game, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, these guys are all the normal explosive variant. Incredibly dangerous. Whoever it is that came up with this enemy type, we're not friends. Like, I don't appreciate that guy. Alright, this is where a Forlorn was. No, not a Forlorn, a Pursuer. Oh nice, we one-shot him now. whatever would I do without that extra alluring skull? Alright. Yeah, I think accessing this elevator and getting back into there is something that's on my to-do list right now. Yeah, and these guys up here in this room are the ones that do not respawn. We use a Fragrant Branch. This is one of the only cases, or it's not that they don't respawn, they're not aggressive. Compared to every other iteration of this awful enemy type. So this guy is actually... Yep. Strayed, who is another merchant. I believe Strayed is also actually one of our boss weapon vendors. Not that we care. He's got some cool stuff. Bone Scythe, Chariot Lance, Dragon Rider, Twin Blade, Bow. There is a shield crossbow that lets you block and like fire crossbow shots at the same time. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty theoretically cool stuff here. And that's under trade rather than buy items. Yeah, we can buy the Forlorn set if we want. He's got the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring. The Ring of Knowledge is for spellcasting, and it's a very good, very important ring in that build. This is really good for builds that buff themselves. The Agape Ring is actually very cool and interesting for PvP. Because Soul Memory is like all the souls you acquire increases your PvP bracket. I'm gonna buy this, it's one of a kind. The Agape Ring prevents you from accruing any more souls, so it locks you in the PvP bracket you're already in. Everything else is just magic.
Do you really think you can?
No, I can't. I'm not doing that right now. So that is unlocked and dealt with. This is just kind of checking off some boxes. Let's see if I can run back and check off this box. Let's see. We meet again. This particularly frustrating segment. All these flippin' goons. It looks like I've despawned about 3 or 4 guys so far. Haven't despawned these guys yet. Oh, I can one-shot him now. There we go. That's the difference the Flynn's ring makes. DLC gear, hi-ho. Because now I can kill that guy without worrying about what this guy's doing immediately. And since he's alone, I can kill him with a lot less fuss. Okay. Alright, I got a little too big for my britches on that one. Why is there only one of these guys with a spear? Who decided on this? Also, it looks like the dragon is waking up when I get up there, so I can't even spare the time to like fight this spear wielder, because I need to use the time when the dragon's getting up to run across that bridge. So I don't know how to deal with this, really. Okay, let's kill the 2 at the base, and then I'm going to try and run past the spear wielder. Oh, looks like the guy on the left is now despawned. I guess I've killed him a few more times than the guy in the middle. Probably because of like an attempt to run by at some point. Ugh, I hate these enemies so much. Just the It's just the way their hitboxing works on, like, that one slash that pulls them off the side. That one. That attack. It starts up so fast. That starts up faster than a player dagger attack. Okay, so we're gonna run here. Yoink. Because if I don't run up on this dragon right away, he gonna breathe fire on me. That killed the dragon. It was like just 2 combos. I mean, he's basically the equivalent of the Hellkite dragon, except that he like has a bunch of dudes standing over him. So that gets us the Watch Dragon Parma, which is a cool item discovery thing that we have the option of using if we ever need to farm for drops. Now that we have the Peasant set, we don't really need to do that again. But hey, it's there. And it gets us over into here. The Cathedral of Blue. What else do we get for this? Human effigy. Cool, cool. The enemy through here, we want to use Aromatic Ooze for, I believe. Time for a familiar foe. Through here we have the old Dragon Slayer, which is effectively Ornstein. Dark Ornstein, I guess. Edgy Ornstein. Nope, still a little too close. Might try to crack a life gem. He's got cool music. But he's an early game enemy. And we're not in the early game anymore. Like, if you really want to, you can fight that guy as the first boss. And it's a fair fight at that time. With this, we get the old Leo ring, and heading over here, we have the option of joining the Blue Sentinels Covenant, which is a cool covenant about, like, defending other people from PvP. It's available earlier in Dark Souls 2 than it is available in any other Dark Souls game, I believe. It might be, actually no, it might be earlier in Dark Souls 3. And then down here, there is a bonfire dedicated to the Covenant. Yeah, and then some jerks who like messages, things like that. Nothing too important. Alright, so we got the Watch Dragon Parma, we have access to the Covenant. You can, you use the blue cracked eye orbs to get access to perform those invasions, and I think you can buy more of them here if you need to. Alright. So, the bonfire we're missing there, I believe, is the one behind the Smelter Demon. So that would be an option of something to work on. It's a pain-in-the-neck boss with a pain-in-the-neck area. I think we need to be going back to Central Dranglake Castle. There's some kind of passage here or something I'm forgetting. Yeah, is it after the Madness Covenant? Okay. I'm really not remembering. There's now in Dark Souls 3 there are actually 3 types of blue invasion, because you've got the you've got those sentinels, but you've also got the Farron Swamp thing, like the wolf-blooded thingamajig, and you've got another set of guys like that at the parish just after like the head priest dude with the 2 swords and the phantom thing. I think in Dark Souls 3 there's two different covenants. There's like one that allows you to accept the blue sentinels to come in and help you, and another one that actually makes you a blue sentinel. But you don't have to use the blue cracked eye orbs in that. And I think the one that actually lets you be a sentinel is over in Anne Orlando's super late. Okay, so I'm really worried that the thing I need to get through is actually that door over there. So I haven't done this with the flint ring. Let's see how doable this even is to do. Oh, come on. Gotta kill every last thing in this room. The one across the way is aggroed, so I need to fight it first before I fight the one in the room that I was actually looking at. I didn't get that dodge off in time. It looks like these only take about 5 hits now. Yeah, because the, I don't remember when you get the Sunbros in DS3, is the one I remember the least, because I almost never do Sunbro. But, what's it called? I think I do recall that you get the option to accept Sentinel assistance in, like, the first area. The most troublesome thing these guys do is the dash back. There we go. Is if I can get their full, like, opening window without them deciding to peace out, I can kill them pretty reliably and safely. Now we fight the guy across the way. I have time to ooze, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, because it's just 4 hits with ooze to drop one of these. Oh, that still hit. Bummer. There we go. There, this will open this door. I'm gonna check what's in here. It might be another guy. Yep. Here we go. If that killed me, I was gonna be pretty frustrated. And now you're here. Whew! I clanked the wall! I clanked the wall! Okay, okay, so I don't know if I can run past that stuff and drop down there and get what I need. I don't know. This segment is still the worst. I'm gonna try once to run past it.
We meet if you will.
Okay, we're in the Pilgrims of Dark. Got the Abyss Seal.
You are now a pilgrim of dark. The dark goes true.
Okay. I don't know what the seal is good for. Covenant Ring for Pilgrims of Dark. So I don't know if that actually does anything or what that even does. Anywho, we've got some subzones to check out now. There are 3 of these that we need to get through, and at the end of them there's a boss. Once we've gotten through all 3. These dark chasms are little challenge areas where our goal... did I just get stuck? Our goal in these is to find... That's a hole. I've never been in these spots before. I don't know how nasty they are. Now, I think I have to run past the same set of guys to get over here. There might be a bonfire in this area. Like this lower area. So I'm going to check around a little bit more for a bonfire. Okay. Thankfully, I've now opened everything over here, so I never have to interact with that stupid room again. Yeah, here's a bonfire. Under Castle Drangleic. I think I need to talk to him to open the thing. Oh, buy items. He's got some human effigies, 10 bonfire ascetics for sale. It's pretty cool.
The embrace of
What do I get
the
for...
mouth of the dark if you see.
Okay, that's right. We have to give up a human effigy per attempt here, which is part of why he's offering like 10 for sale.
May the dark shine your way.
Dark doesn't shine, you nerd.
May the dark shine your way.
Yeah, he's real on that thing. Okay, I'm gonna look around very carefully in this spot. So, okay, yeah, that's a pit. Super fun. Yeah, jumping required ahead. Yeah, I need to be very careful about how I traverse this. So, somewhere along here is a bonfire I need to tag. That looks like a weird thing. I don't really want to deal with whatever you are. Ow! I'm very close to dead now. Okay, so this is just going to be full of a bunch of nasty phantoms, isn't it? I'm glad that didn't happen to kill me. Oh, I can't open this? Why is this not openable? Well, I'm very dead. That's another human effigy gone. I don't think the rule is that I need to kill all of these guys, but I might need to kill one of them. I'm gonna quickly look up the deets on this, 'cause it's something I haven't done before. Dark. Yada 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 yada. Yeah. There's a whole thing about invasions. Why do I have to kill all of these guys is the question. Looks like I do. Is that just the way it works every time? Yeah, defeat all enemies and invading players, light the sconce, then exit through the hole at the end without dying. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be really tricky. And we've got 3 of these to take care of.
Fine, not young. The mouth if
We might have to burn through a decent number of effigies.
may the dark.
Because we have to give one of these every time we want to challenge the areas, and one anytime we need to challenge the boss. The boss is effectively just going to be, like, at the tail end of the 3rd area. Now, allegedly this one under Drangleic is the hardest one. And yeah, I mean, I believe that, given that our first enemy here is a Phantom Havel. If I can get him to roll off, that would be super good. Okay. I might want to use the Rapier through here instead, so that I have a faster attack speed. I know the Havel version is not going to stagger, like, at all. And my only real advantage against him is going to be if I can force him to roll or something like that. How many human effigies do we have to work with? We've got 36.
Fine, not young. The mouth of if
I wish I didn't have to do this dialogue every time, but hey, whatever. Yeah, this whole thing is a technical requirement of an all bosses run. There is a boss here. Ordinarily, this is like bonus stuff. Sure. I tapped it instead of starting my run. Because I was like, oh, I just need to position a little bit more differently. The other factor that's going to make this super annoying is that we've got to occasionally burn these to get our health back up to a good state. With the Ring of Binding, our health being lower was, like, a little more tolerable.
fine, not young. The
Yeah.
mouth if
Okay.
may the dark.
This would also be easier if kicking worked the same way it did in Dark Souls 1, because we could just kick everything off a ledge and move on with our day. We can get our bloodstains super easily, for all that matters. There we go. Heh. Aromatic ooze. Okay. So I dodged early and nervously because I'm very worried about the hits on either side. Our damage on Havel's actually quite good. Like, I think I only need to hit him with this sequence 3, maybe 4 times. I just need to, you know, not die in between those.
Fine, not young.
Yeah, his swings won't one-shot us, but his other stuff will. This is a marked difference from Dark Souls 1 Havel. Dark Souls 1 Havel, you just walk around him in circles and backstab to death. And that's all there is to it. It is sad. But everything has better tracking in Dark Souls 2. Alright, Aromatic Ooze. Let's go. the exact same thing happened again. The stun on his first attack is big enough that it's hard for me to get away from. I think I need to do maybe one less stab on the initial setup so that I can actually get away. It's just that his weapon's so big. And if I dodge past him, I'm going to aggro the next guy. So I think dodging away is still the correct option here. Just need to do it with some kind of different timing.
The most if may the dark
We may wind up having to take like a break to farm effigies in order to get this done. If it keeps being this bad. Because we do have to kill all of these phantoms in a single life. And there's like there are only like 4 enemies down here. But we do need to kill all of them without dying. And there are pits everywhere. Okay, so we're going to stab him just like twice. Then we'll back up. There we go. So that is that fight. That is not a real phantom. And he dropped a bonfire ascetic, which is pretty nice. Okay, so... what was over here? Ah, okay, this is the thing we need to light. I don't know if we're allowed to light this while there are still enemies up. Let's see. Okay, we were allowed to light it up. I think we still need to kill the 2 remaining enemies. That guy is going to be the hardest one. Because that stupid weapon attack is going to absolutely shred us. Oh my god. How can we manipulate him to die?
fine, not yeah.
What can we do?
The most if
Is there an item we can use? I'm going to try... I'm going to see if maybe I can cheese this with alluring skulls. It's always a question worth asking. And we're going to make sure everything is dead before we try burning the... before we use the... Yeah, the DS2 S-Dock. It's completely ridiculous. Yeah, I don't even remember what attack pattern that is that does that. Because, like, there aren't weapon arts in this game. I don't know how that thing does that triple stab. Alright. So, first things first. You want to run at that alluring skull there? You want us to be lured? No? Okay. No, I'll just die. That's fine. I'm gonna come back and do this when I have broken stats. Like, way more broken stats. I'm gonna try and come back and do this when I can, like, 3-shot these stupid guys. Alright. That means we're on DLC. We're doing DLC stuff now. So, I can proceed in Shulva. I need to run around here a lot more to remember where everything is. Don't walk for... Why did you roll? Why did you roll on that fall? That was barely a fall. Yeah, it was technically a damaging fall, so the character rolled. So now that I'm not equipping the Ring of Binding, the health loss per death is actually like super punishing. We have a bit more health than we did originally. It's the only saving grace. But the compulsion to use effigies is a lot stronger now. But I really can't afford the ring slots. I need to do the kind of damage that I'm doing. Those guys are following me, aren't they? Get a life! You goons. Okay, so here, I think we're just going to run forward past this person. And past this entire room and everything involved. We might actually try to kill her. Never mind, that was a bad decision. I just need to get myself over in there. Yeah. Yeah, some guy at FromSoft really loves rapiers. He made, like, the rapier is a super viable weapon in every Dark Souls game. Or the S-stock in particular tends to be really absurd. S-stock, best stock, as it were. Now, in Dark Souls 2, the rapier is quite good. The mace is, like, actually weirdly good. So we haven't quite been disadvantaged this whole time. Okay, so this time through, we are not stopping to deal with the caster. We're just going to run past her. Then we need to run past this. And there's a hole in the floor here that we jump over. There's like an insect hive down there. And this, I do not remember how to open without a ranged weapon. Actually, okay, I don't have a bow or a crossbow on me to open that with. I would not mind calling that a special exemption to the fact that we're on a non-ranged playthrough. Because I was trying to open this with a throwing knife the other day, but it seems that your throwing knife is always going to get stuck. Oh, never mind. You can totally open that with a throwing knife. You just have to stand further back. If you stand too close, your knife lodges on the top part. I'm going to use a human effigy because I'm really nervous about my low health. Let's see. Instead of the Chloranthy, I'm going to use the Poison Bite +1 here to try and avoid taking poison. And I'm actually going to want to put moss on my hotbar, I think. Oh, we've got poison shooters in the walls there. Now, let's get the moss ready. I don't have a ton of poison moss. Okay, I see where the trap is on the floor. Don't have stamina. Let your guard down. No. Skeletons. Boltstone, bleedstone. Puzzling stone sword. Petrified dragon bone. This is a weird weapon. I think there was like some kind of special quality to it. It's got S scaling with dex, and its requirements are actually wieldable by us in Dark Souls 2 land, in SL1 land actually, because it only requires 7 strength, 6 dex. I think, yeah, okay, it's like a whip thing. Crafted with a rare magnetic stone of remarkable strength, only found deep within caves of the gutter. Yeah, that's right. The quirk of the weapon is really just, it has absurdly high dexterity scaling. I think our scaling is not really enough to make good use of it. That is not an illusory wall. That man is a troll. Okay, and then back here at the end of the hall, we already hit that switch. There should be something accessible by virtue of that. I think it's back over this way. On the left and right, or we have to drop down. Maybe it's a drop down. Yeah, okay, this is the location to be progressing next. Is over here. With all these spikes and ghosts. And nasty stuff. Oh, right. Climbing area here. And there's a spellcaster there, which is super rude. I need to try and take out that spellcaster and get across that bridge. Yeah. I don't remember how those dark motes work, but I do not want to deal with them. Okay, I don't know if I'll get through here before I die. I got through. Cool. Oh, this just gets me back up to where I was, doesn't it? Okay. So I actually need to go back down through here. Oh boy. Hey! How's it going, buddy? Why are you allowed to body block me while I can't hurt you? That's cheating. Hip! So there's a room where all of the sarcophagi for these guys is kept, and this is the room. Before you get to this room, this whole stretch of things is awful. You get over here, and now we can make all of these enemies killable. And they will remain killable on subsequent runs through this area. And we get a key. One of them is... I think a few of them have pulled out crossbows now, like jerks. Something's shooting us with dark magic. I didn't know they could do that. Cool. That should account for everybody along the way as well. Yeah, he's normal now. That's a trap. Which will almost kill us. Aha! Gotcha. Sanctum repeating crossbow. That's the ranged weapon that some of them use. Here. Dragonstone. I forget what that's all about. I'm going to see if I can get back up here without dying. Cool. Made it. So while they're ghosts, they can walk on the spikes freely. Now they take damage from the spikes. Let's see. I haven't gotten over there or into that. We have a key now. Aha. Let's get throwing knife back on the bar. So we need to hit that. A little further back. Okay. Further forward. More up. There we go. Was that for that one? Or something else? Oh, I think that just rotated that thing there. Shoot, that's what it did. I did not want to rotate that. Oh, it dropped the spikes. Yep. We're going to grab all this stuff. Forgot the spikes were part of that rotation. Give me Human effigy. Hey, buddy. Death required ahead. How intriguing. That is a bad spot. Good luck, by the way, gesture ahead. It's saying gesture, but what it means is jester. Because we're going to get a dark spirit spawn that is Jester Thomas. Yeah, this is a scripted phantom. He's super tough. Does he not attack? That was his thing. He has to gesture at least. He has to gesture at least once before he attacks. I didn't know which one that was going to be, and he used the one that killed me. Yeah, somebody loves that friggin' two-handed thrusting sword. There's an absolute remorseless fascination with the weapon. Okay, so since I hit that switch one more time, I'm gonna have to deal with a bunch of annoying nonsense. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. With the extra keys and stuff that I got, I think I can open this door on the left. This one here. Eternal Sanctum Key. Let's go kill that one so that I can get into these chests. They don't have a ton of health. Just like a basic dodge test. Oh, and they leave a poison cloud behind on death. I'm not usually standing around after I kill something. Lightning Clutch Ring causes you to do more damage with lightning. What's neat about the clutch rings is that they're like source agnostic. It doesn't have to be you doing lightning damage because you are casting lightning spells or miracles or anything. They also apply to the damage you deal with weapons. So you can make use of elemental weapons and things like that in the base game. Yeah, in Dark Souls 2, they just set it up that like lightning damage scales with faith. Fire damage scales with the higher of faith or int, I believe. And dark scales with the lower, but dark always scales better. So dark rewards you for statting up both of them. Okay, up here we've got chittery insects and stuff, but I believe there's an extra bonfire up here. Some other cool things. Ambush ahead, try right. You got it, buddy. Thanks for the hint. Oh, please let me just run past you. Thank you very much. Okay. Those insects are still on their way. You gotta love how in Dark Souls 2, and only in Dark Souls 2, the AI can start a leaping attack and change its trajectory in the middle of the leap to kill you. Alright, well that's dealt with, though. We got the bonfire, so we'll spawn at the bonfire. It's not that big a deal. It's just annoying. Pointless. Yeah, so this is like one, this is one route. This is the upper area. We still need to go to the lower area. Quite something. I think this just calls back up the elevator. See, that's opened. The elevator is now free. And then back through here, we get... Be wary of boss trio head. Oh, this is where the gang squad is. That is not an illusory wall. I have not actually fought this boss. Yeah, okay. I have heard of this whole, like, mess. A bunch of stuff along the way is going to try to inflict petrify on me. If you could not, I think I can S this while he's getting up. Okay, let's try and open this before this other guy figures out how a corner works. Petrified something times 3. That's that. I need to check and see if I have a Petrify resistance ring. I don't remember, but it might be necessary for me to get through here safely. Or, I mean, rather than safely, get through here at all. And I believe at the end of this is a fight with like a trio of enemies. I've got Blood Bite and Poison Bite. Degradation, Curse Resistance. Nullifies death and petrification, but breaks. Yeah, no, we can't really stop what's going to happen through here. We just need to deal with it. Going down that elevator, I know there's a couple more items we can grab by doing that. I'm going to take one more sprint through here and see what we've got going on. Okay, so got this and this, and I can try falling down here. Maybe that's a dead end. We are going to have a lot of dead ends through here, aren't we? Looks like this is where we need to go. I see. So I have the option, basically, of setting some torches down along the way that might help me guidepost this. It was mostly just roll a lot. Okay. Now the thing about this is, it's a 3v1. And I see there's one in the back with a great bow. And he hit me there anyway. Okay. Yeah, and they all fight like people. So they all roll and all that stuff. I wish they didn't have a ranged guy. Alright, I'm going to use the restroom and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I'm going to take this elevator ride down, grab some items along the way. There's a few different things that are along this path. I don't think it's up there. Okay, no, actually it must be, so... I think what I need to do... Take this... I think I need to jump off over here somewhere. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. Oh, it's just a torch. Composure? What does this lead to? I suppose it leads to a chest. Good to know. Dark Greatsword, and that is actually a spell. Just makes like a singular Dark Greatsword attack as a spell. It's pretty powerful magic, but not important to us. I don't think there's really anything else to gain here. Oh hey, I didn't die. I thought that fall might kill me. I'll just call the elevator back down, and I'll take it back up to the top. Top off my health as well. Yeah, I can parry with this too. I need to get back in the swing of that. Okay, so if I take the run back across here, does it give me any advantage on getting back down to where I need to go? Oh, they got me. I think there's some stuff up in that upper area that I haven't explored yet, so like one extra room, basically. So I've changed up the kind of visual on the stream a bit. Got rid of the border. I basically just expanded the video. I think it looks better. If only just. I think it's going to take a while for that phantom to get over here, so I'm just going to ignore the fact that he spawned for a bit. Coming up here. A Sanctum Shield. Okay, I don't think we care about that. Oh, there's the phantom. He showed up. This guy actually throws Lloyd talismans. Oh, come on. Jug. That hitbox was unbelievable. This torch up here seems peculiar, or rather these pair of them. I'm gonna try lighting them and see if anything happens. But I need him to die first. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna run past him and see about lighting those torches first thing. I see that this is lined up with the bonfire from the very beginning of the area. That's interesting. I'm gonna see if I can get that done by lighting the torch here to save myself on a flame butterfly. Flame butterflies are pretty limited and pretty cool. When you need them, you really need them. So, I don't want to use one if I don't have to. Just gonna try and do this. Yeah, there's Rock Shield Baldir. The beacons are lit. Yeah, I don't think that did anything at all. I may need to check back over there. Oh no, that's right. You have to unlock a much further area before that is impactful. Just gonna give this guy the slip. Okay, and at the base of this was the room with the two casters, right? Is that further back? Maybe at the base of this ladder? There's a lot of ladders involved in this. Yeah, looks like it. So we're basically tracking over to the other bonfire now. Well, sort of. Okay. So something tragic here is, since I changed the orientation... Oh no, it's gone back to the way it was. Oh, thank goodness. I thought I was going to have to rotate that thing again. Let's see, I've done that. I think this is going to be a better approach angle, like 90% of the time. Oh right, don't stand on top of those guys when they're dead. Oh, what's this? I don't think he's gonna... Oh, he did come down here to kill me. Yeah, if anything, it was weird that, weird that he didn't kill me faster on that whole setup. I don't remember if that chest stays open with its item tantalizingly available, or if it's closed now. We're going to travel to the other bonfire for this. The Tower of Prayer is a shorter run for what we're doing. Yeah, our health is back down to being kind of pathetic. The biggest, one of the bigger challenges we have going at this part of the game is the amount of health that the average Phantom Invader has is just huge. And like that's really reflecting like the amount of health that a player can have at this point in the game. Like if I were leveling up regularly, I could be quite strong. Like the standard player build in Dark Souls 2 is actually really well rounded as well, which we are opting not to be. We can still take like a noteworthy hit. Okay. Just run past that gal. And then I want to take this door on the side. Kill you. He pulled out a crossbow pretty early. This time I'm going to commit to this faster and see if I can get it open right away. Okay, Bloodbite Ring. Okay, so... So, by virtue of the fact that we, yeah, if you're gonna weapon swap a whole bunch, if you could just fall over, that's cool. Okay, I need to get back into the upper area where that chick is shooting me from. good with getting blasted. Okay, she's just activated those dark orbs. Okay, there it is. Okay, by virtue of the fact that we adjusted that and it wasn't the same one, like, I thought that was the same one as up ahead. But if it's not, then I need to activate this a few more times. So it needs to activate 3 times total. Oh no, that's only activating the spikes, so I can actually leave it down. Right, okay. So what I need to do instead is activate that over there. Lower. Okay, maybe further back. Can this even reach? This is such a, oh man. If this can work, it's a ridiculous shot. Okay, that's landing over there. Yeah, this is maybe a case, actually a firebomb trajectory from the floor might work better. I'll have to be like on the floor facing it, and there's still a ghost down there that's properly a ghost. Okay, let's see what we can do in terms of that. So this right here, basically. Can I lob something that will actually go through that gap? Maybe. That works! So this trajectory might be a better throwing knife trajectory. Still not onto me. Very good. Okay, further back, maybe? Like this. Lower if I can manage. No? Okay. How's the firebomb work here? That's a no-go. Okay, firebomb from close in. Blows up right there. Throwing knife from close in. Oh, maybe. This angle. One left for now. No, that's good. Ah! You noticed. So with that up there, I don't think I can get anything to take a sharp enough drop to go through. I can't roll through this. I need to trigger that 2 more times. Well, you know, I did recently find one of the crossbows from these goons. Let me see if I can even, like, try. Oh, I'll need to equip bolts. Alright, that's arrows. This is bolts. So, I don't actually know how to manually aim one of these. Okay, okay, I can't try the heavy attack, whatever that would be. Ah, okay, so... Okay. So we're going to stick with there is an exemption for using switches. In terms of my no-ranged policy. Alright, now I have to get another firebomb through. Yeah, the firebomb trajectory on the large hole is pretty convenient. Or pretty forgiving. Okay, we did all that just to get one chest. This is probably going to be a ranged weapon in spite of me. It's a spell. Okay, same thing. Can't use it. Whee! Okay, but we were more thorough, I suppose. No merit to the rest of that. No point. Alright. It's possible that I missed something in the crypt room since that guy is still running around. And there should be a way through this. that I apparently have not found. You could stay the hell back. Okay. So we can either try to fight or avoid the Dark Spirit here. I think I'm going to try avoiding him. One more time at least. So this area should just be a mad dash, basically. I do need to loosely keep my eye on these guys, but I see the bonfire. Those attacks are big and dangerous. An indirect hit just almost killed me, and I think I hear another one. Avoided it. Here's the bonfire we needed. The bonfire's lit! It's lit, it counts! Hit! In before Jester firebombs us to death. Alright, well, let's see. Let's see if maybe I can get a spare item somewhere for my time. Ow. Why do they spit dark lightning? That's so obnoxious. Alright, I think this is the general direction that I need to go. Over this way. And there's like maybe a switch up over here. Or something. Does this require like the dragon stone? Yeah, this is checking to make sure that you actually took your time and found the things inside there instead of just skipping it. I don't remember what we get for that though. I think it opens something up. It raises some stuff up out of the water. Activate an elevator, thank you very much. That's fancy looking. Alright, and over here we have an item. Great Blood Greatsword. I think this is not actually a bad weapon. Yeah, he's just gonna combo the heck out of us. But we'll just take this elevator, and I believe he cannot activate the elevator. We're out of Estus, but whatever. I'm just going to keep exploring. For as long as we can. Ah, he left! Haha. I think he was forced out because I got far enough away. Let's see. This is not a familiar room, so this must lead back somewhere else. I think this takes us back to the first bonfire of the zone. If so, we're going to go ahead and rest there, and then we'll come back on down. Let's see. Yeah, because I can hear the bonfire here. Yep. So that gives us the full loop. Most all of these DLC areas very pleasantly loop back on themselves in the same way that, like, Dark Souls 1 areas do. I don't think I'm going to need firebombs in the near future. I might need gold pine resin kind of soon. The final boss of this whole area is a dragon. He's a pretty cool fight. You gotta manage his fight very carefully. Fine work. Human effigy for my trouble. No, don't try jumping. That's, what's it called? If you don't have the dragon stone, you can't proceed through here. See, I believe this puts us at, like, the area with all the pillars that we have to kind of slowly descend. Yeah, there's a lot of people taking some nasty falls through here. I recall vaguely that there is a secret bonfire around this area. And I can hear the sound of a crystal lizard as well. Ah! That was very nice of him to roll out of the way there. Yeah, we've got some looted stuff. Ow! What the? I think there's a guy up there who just shot us. Now, despite the fact that these guys do roll around and they have like the dodgier patterns, they will respawn. Okay, it's one of those guys. Is the one who shot us earlier. Ah! I was hoping I could just finish him off really fast. I could not. Okay, so I gotta head back from the bonfire and then across the bridge. I gotta use the elevator from the bonfire, then back across the bridge, back into this spot. Yeah, once I can get to the other bonfire that's around here, I can do boss attempts without a whole lot of hassle. The boss here is tricky. I'm gonna flip back to the mace for a bit. Use mace and ladle. Yeah, between the mace or the rapier, it's mostly on preference. It's a mix of preference and enemy vulnerability. Most armored enemies are more vulnerable to the mace, I think. It's really weird. There's a lot of specific stuff about it. I don't want to be using aromatic ooze quite yet, because these enemies are pretty basic. I think when you get down to it. They're tough, they're flighty, they're dodgy, they do all this stuff. But they are a basic enemy of this area, so to speak. What are my rings? I don't need the poison bite anymore. I think I'll use silver cap for this area. There are a lot of things to kind of fall down here. And I don't want to have to continually use Estus to deal with that. Oh, I missed the jump, but it's fine. It's fine there. It's not fine if you keep going. Okay, so I went straight through before. Mostly because I heard the lure of a lot of lizards. But I'm just going to cut left instead and not deal with that right now. That's going to, like, let me keep going, and I'm going to die. Okay. Anytime you take a leap, you're going to roll at the end of the leap, and it's not good at sticking landings. I actually think if you leap and then do a plunging attack, it makes you stop in place. So that is an option that I could have done to maybe survive there. Yeah. You can technically take swings at people with the ladle. There are like runs and videos dedicated to killing bosses with a ladle. Some people will be like, I beat the hardest version of this boss with an unupgraded ladle, and at soul level 1, and be like, who has the time, man? Just if the boss stood still and didn't come at you or do anything, the amount of swings it took with the ladle would still exhaust me. little less hasty. I think I can just drop straight down here. Yep. Okay. Somewhere around here, I think. Probably not here, because I'm sure there will be a bunch of messages pointing it out. But it's like the backside of one of these big pillars. Now I've alerted 2 of them. I got stuck on the second one because he did a leaping attack. If he did something else, I would have been able to move through it. So I think I will have to kill these guys kind of one at a time, because the one in that side room is going to get aggroed on. And apparently, despite me taking full-blown drops, they are able to follow. I was really hoping that once I dropped the platform, he wouldn't be able to keep coming. From this time and subsequent times, I'm going to remember to send the elevator back. Yeah, if you don't know, if you don't get the secret bonfire, this run is absolutely miserable. With the secret bonfire, it's fine. Which is yet another, like, moment of, like, why the heck does the game have secret bonfires? I think in the entirety of Dark Souls 1, there's only one bonfire that I think is even close to secret, and it's the one in Sen's Fortress. And Sen's Fortress does the decency, like, it gives you a shortcut. Oh, that didn't depress. Sen's Fortress gives you a shortcut near the end so that you can just use the shortcut instead of the bonfire. And the boss is really, really easy. The boss of this area is not that easy. It's a summoner, so they're going to try to call out some stuff to give us a bad time. And if you're very unlucky, they can actually summon a Velstadt clone, like one of the later bosses in the game. Let's get him out of that room so that I don't have to worry about the archer. That'll kill. Yep. Yeah, the leaping attacks are always pretty brutal. Yeah, these guys are tough. They have a good variety of attacks. They don't stagger really reliably because they have like a player kind of poise mechanic. With a leveled up character, they make for like kind of an interesting duel. Because you know, once you've gotten accustomed to how people handle in PvP, you can just roll with it. You can try to like read out an attack, go for parries, and all this other jazz. But when you're on SL1, you can't afford to make like 2 mistakes. There's a lot of setups where if you make a guess, it goes wrong. You get hit by the next thing they go for, pretty much no matter what, because there's some guaranteed setups. If you take any hit stun, they can kill you just on the virtue of RNG. It just depends on like what is the next thing they choose to do after that bit where you're hit stunned. Alright. I'm gonna get back to just running this. So he must be taking a fall down here to chase me. He doesn't take any knockback from my attacks, and there's no kick in Dark Souls 2 compared to Dark Souls 1 or 3. The guard break does not force the enemy backwards, so I can't use that to kill him. everybody who's designed like this is like armored up. When Dark Souls 3 was released, for the longest time, people thought poise was like not even a mechanic that remained in the game, even though it was like listed in the numbers and things like that. There's a whole lot of confusion that it took the devs a long time to clear up. But basically, in Dark Souls 1 and 2, poise is just like a number of how hard it is to stagger you. In Dark Souls 3, poise is only functional on like certain poise frames, which mostly apply towards heavy weaponry. So your ability to not get staggered was also dependent on having certain stagger-resistant animations that were tied to your weapon. So I am going to pull this guy out of here. I am just going to try to run it, because like, I really don't want to have to fight every single guy in this area. So we're going to have another one coming from the right now. Okay, so I need to remember where I can jump down. Is it over here? Well, certainly that's an option. I can stand here and then jump to there. Whew, made it, kinda. Alright, I gotta check the behind of this. There it is. Cool. Knew it was somewhere around here. Yeah, this is one of those bonfires that you etch into your memory, because you're not going to clear this area without having dealt with this stuff. So from there, when I come back, I'll be giving this guy the slip. How do I best get down from here? Is there something I'm supposed to do instead of taking the stairs? Seems like somebody that was chasing me took a lethal fall. That's pretty cool. Duo ahead. Still locked in animation there. Worth. Totally worth. We're not respawning that far back. Still mapping out the area, figuring out where the items are, and we're almost done. So we came out here, and instead of going down the stairs, we head over this way. And for a little bit, for an iota of time, nothing is following me. So I have the option of jumping down over there, where there are two guys. Doesn't look like fun. So I can head down here instead. And then down here. So I have the option of going down there, but instead I'm going to jump over to here. Super simple jump. Okay. So there are some guys over there. I wanted to look over here. Nothing. Okay. So over there is one more item I haven't gotten. Not important at all. I still need to check and see if those are a drop table instead of guaranteed drops. I'm still not sure. Over to this, then onto this, and then this will put us safely on the base level. Base level referred to as Dragon's Rest. Okay, I'm going to look around a little bit to see if there is any other stuff to loot. It looks like a no. Okay, so this would be the base floor. and then through here is a boss. This boss is a caster type, and they're kind of raunchy. As I had said before, the biggest issue with them is that they're a summoner. Ilana, the Squalid Queen. Is that a burst type? It's done. 2 swings. And she's gonna summon goons. She does a lot of goon summoning. And that's the biggest thing we have to watch out for in the fight with her, is goons. If not for the goons, like dodging her stuff would be no problem. Since she summons skeletons, we absolutely want to use the mace. The mace is still highly effective against skeletons. We could try swapping off the Silver Cat before we get into the fight itself, but I don't think there's anything like meaningfully different that we can get equipped here. Yeah. Super easy boss run back. I believe the most effective weapon and thing against her is fire. It takes long enough for her to like set up that we should be able to equip whatever we want coming into the room. Oh yeah, she teleports too. Her shotgun attack can be challenging. Didn't quite get him. Nice evasion. The trickiest thing about this fight is that there's never really any point where we can just pay attention to Ilana or just pay attention to the summons. Oh, she does that too. We have to be consistently aware of both problems. That is the triple homing attack, same as the enemies from earlier on here. Oh, that moved? I'm not sure if that moved or if she threw out two. While she has the triple orbs over her, we can't really engage her, which gives her a lot of leeway. I'm gonna try doing this with the fire enchant and see how much more we can lock in there. Let's see. So let's swap this out for charcoal pine resin, which we have plenty of. We're not going to use a human effigy yet. Either way, I think most of the stuff she hits us with is just going to be lethal anyhow. If memory serves, she will use summons 3 times during the fight, and it's possible for her to call out a deadlier... Like, it's possible for the 3rd round of summons that she calls out to be deadlier. Now, I believe her initial animation is not tied to us entering the room. I might be wrong about that. Yep, a little wrong about that. That's the burst attack. Okay. I read her animation wrong. I thought that was the shotgun. The shotgun's a lot faster. I am going to try using an effigy and see if that's still... Like, that might not be lethal with an effigy on, so let's try that. I mean, the health difference is really big right now. So, beating Ilana herself doesn't really get me anything. But if she's dead, I can start making attempts on the dragon. Beating the dragon gets us a hat that gives +1 to all stats. It's pretty good. That's the first. I'm not sure when that stops being active. I think she's calling out Velstadt. I didn't think she could do that on her first summon. Yeah. In the event... Oh, I'm dead. In the event that she feels like calling out Velstadt, Velstadt becomes a reality of the fight. You cannot reasonably kill him, so it's just kind of an RNG problem. Despite that, with Velstadt out, I still got her down to half. And I could have gotten her a good bit further if that were skeletons instead. It does seem like the summon time the time it takes her to pull out a summon is long enough that I should be able to get in about 2 hits while waiting for the summon to finish coming out. It is viable to kill her with Velstadt out, and you need to be like aware of that, and that has to be part of your game plan going into this fight. She will get 2 opportunities to summon no matter how you manage the fight. If one of them is Velstadt, you can't just give up. That's the burst. I think that basically I can count to 4 when she does that. I forgot she had a stab. Is that the burst? Sweet. It's a really good opportunity for me. Oh, that was just the wrong timing for me to not have my dodge back. Shoot. Still, she has really low health. I think grand total, it's only going to take like 20 hits or less to kill her. I could even try counting it out. I'm thinking on the skeletons, I might be able to get away with only killing 2 of them when they first come out. I don't know. Nah, I should probably kill. I should probably focus on cleaning them up when skeletons are out. I just need to be a little cleaner on waiting for her other openings. And I don't think the human effigy is mattering. Oh, I should actually test between this fight and the next attempt whether the silver cat is necessary. Oh, that's fireballs. I didn't want to trigger backstab, but alright. That costs me a lot of time. Whoa. There we go. That's the burst. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, still damaging there. But only really close up. That is... okay, that's the really bad one. Okay, I have to respect her entire summoning timer. Alright. Life gem is what I have the time for. Yeah, she doesn't always like to be a long-distance boss. That was very close. Ah! I misread the timing on her follow-up swing. Follow-up swing's actually really slow. Okay, I'm going to try unequipping the Silver Cat and see if I can get away with that. We're going to try Old Soldier +1, which gives us more carry capacity, which gives us more damage through the Flynn's ring. So let's see if I actually take damage on the falls here. I can still just use Nessus Flask before the fight anyway. Okay, we took a little bit of damage there, and a little bit of damage at the very last fall as well. But we're not going to use 9 Estus charges during the fight anyway, so this is probably fine. I remember the last time I made it through this fight successfully, I was able to dodge some of her attacks based on the reflection of water, and sometimes it's kind of necessary. Oh, that was not the attack I thought it was, but I'm alive. This is Velstadt. Oh, he can attack as soon as he's actually out, so I need to be a little more respectful of him. That's probably the burst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am alive for now. That's the burst. I hope this is enough space. I kind of want to heal. Ow. Nope. Ow. Only one swing? Okay. Ah, triple dark orbs. Really? That's the attack that got me. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the damage is so much lower once the pine resin's over with, but I had her pretty low there. You just have to fight really safe while Velstadt's in play. And yeah, she's gonna throw him out about half the time. You still need to be able to get the damage in. And you can. You just gotta, you know, focus up. Try hard. It's just a little tickling of damage along the way. So there were actually a lot of options for me to safely heal during that fight. More than I expected. Get the bloodstain off the floor just because it distracts me. I kind of figured that it was possible to outrun her first attack, her swing, if the timing is just right. arc spread. Yeah, that was a really problematic blast. I needed to not commit to the attack. I thought she was doing the shotgun blast. But her spells are really hard to read the differences between. You kind of just need to wait for her to be done. Also, I didn't know she could actually do the detonating fire on top of herself. I thought that was a dedicated mid-range attack. So at this amount of health compared to where we were before, I think there might be a couple of attacks that that start one-shotting us at this bracket of health. I should probably just be using Estus there instead of a life gem, keeping the life gems for mid-combat if I need them. I don't know. I have a lot of life gems anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Ow. That wasn't lethal. Cool. That wasn't lethal. Cool. That's a burst. Those things like drift in a little bit after spawning. Like I thought I was away from it for a moment, and then I was not. It's just a tricky attack. I do prefer to be close to her whenever possible for as long as possible, because it'll stop her from being obnoxious. From what I remember of the fight, she has about a 30% chance to summon Velstadt, and I believe she will do summons up to twice per fight. I don't know if she has the option to do summons more than twice. Given the attacks that almost killed but barely didn't kill there, it's probably the time to use another effigy. Yeah, there are plenty of summons around, willing to jump in, raring to go. I believe the fire is quite effective here. I'm noticing a pretty good gain in damage. Yeah, we can skip her dialogue, funnily enough. Trigger the backstab again, unfortunately. Dodge that was almost tragic. That's the explosion. No, it is not. It is worse. Dang it. I hate that attack. And she's calling Velstadt. Hup. It was the burst. I couldn't even see it before it actually exploded. I had maybe a little bit of time to dodge left, but I'm not sure. The The fact that I got off a second use of the resin is pretty cool. I think that might be an important factor in successfully, like, getting through the fight. It's just a very dangerous fight. There's a lot of stuff going on that can blow you up really fast. Still not the literal toughest fight in the game, though. There's, I mean, it's a candidate. Ah, shoot, I forgot to resin. If you forget to resin, you want to take the run first so that you drain your stamina, since you can recover stamina while applying the resin. That's the explosion. 1, 2. That's about right. That's the explosion again. Velstadt stopped my attack there. Burst. 2, 5. I didn't have time to dodge. Ah! Oh, that was going well. That was going pretty well. I should probably be using Radiant Life Gems in that circumstance, when I'm, like, really close to the win. Because they're faster to use, so I would have been able to dodge if I had done that. Yeah, managing her and Velstadt at the same time is just really hard. But when she calls him out, I get a lot of damage. Like, if she decided to call Velstadt as her second summon, I might be able to take her out in that time. Actually, wait, that's what happened in that fight, wasn't it? I dealt a lot of damage to her, for sure. I accidentally triggered... It was like a nervous instance there. Burst. Well, she feels threatened. Right, he can attack as soon as he's in. I forget. Shoot. You can only take the 4 shots on Velstadt summon. You can't take any more, because he will swing down as soon as he's active. And I can't see what he's telegraphing when he's covered in muck. Land on both pillars on the way down, I still take a smidgen of damage. I have survived on magic pixels often enough to care about healing that smidgen.
You forever
sometimes. That's the wrong spacing. I'm trying to make sure when the skeletons come up that I am attacking them from the side. The biggest issue with the skeletons, that like sometimes they'll just hang out with the shield up, and it's really difficult to make a plan around that. It's like they'll just be hanging out with the shield up, and you can't just run at them and try to deal with that. It's like, okay, I've got the opening window on the boss, or the boss has just done a spell. This is the time I have available to go kill skeletons. And they'll be like, nah, we're just not vulnerable right now. We're gonna wait until the boss does something else. That's the burst. Time I have. Awkward. Not have the stamina to continue anything. Yeah. Oh, he actually went for the 3-hit sequence. He hasn't done that in forever. Need that son of a bitch to lay off for a bit. Only Ilana has to die in this fight. The Velstadt summon doesn't need to go down. I think her summons might persist beyond her, but it doesn't matter. The fight will count as a win so long as she's dead. And yeah, the Velstadt summon just has way too much health to worry about. Or rather, has too much health to finish off while dealing with Ilana. She still has several very lethal attacks. Because she teleports, trying to split them up isn't really viable either. You just mostly have to deal with it. I'm largely trying to just get their attacks to line up the same way I would for Ornstein and Smo. Ah, that tagged me. There's the explosion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he was still in the middle of the thing. That's the explosion. 2, 4. The explosion again. 2, 3, 4. This is prime time for me to screw up and get greedy. Just need to not get greedy. Kinda like something like this happening. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he did the slow running hammer swing instead of the immediate hammer swing. And I was not, I did not respond to it correctly. And even then it didn't kill. He just had to do, you know, something else afterwards. I didn't get killed healing, so that's a thing. Getting killed while healing will always make you feel like a dumbass. I wonder if Ilana will ever be in the mood to summon skeletons ever again. She seems to be mostly just calling out the big guns. Honestly, it helps me figure it out. Okay, that's the boom. That's a boom. Another explosion? No, that attack. That friggin' attack. Very dangerous. Shit! Wow, she just did 3 spells in rapid succession without pausing. And I didn't see the third spell because I was too busy dodging the first one. I think I might take a death almost every single time she's going to cast Homing Dark Spirits. Homing Dark Spirits buys her so much time. There's an option that I could try and do the fight with Spell Parry Shield. But Spell Parry Shields don't actually reflect the spell you parry. It just blocks them, if I remember correctly. I might be remembering wrong. Maybe they actually can send the spell back. Either way, she's highly resistant to Dark. I'm going to give this a couple more attempts before calling it a night. I don't want to, like, blast past a fatigue point, and I could use a drink for sure. There's an explosion. There's that summon phase gone. That's a bad choice for me. That's the exact spell I don't want to see. That's explosion. If I read that correctly, I can use it to attack. Noted. I think I can kill her here. Which is exactly the moment I get killed. Alright. If I had the dodge correctly, I could have killed her there. In that opening without worrying about the skeletons. The skeletons didn't hit me. She did. Jesus. And that was one where she didn't summon Velstadt. She just used Homing Dark twice. Now, apparently, if I figure out she's using Homing Dark, I can hit her a couple of times. The problem is, Homing Dark looks a lot like her explosion. The extra special problem about that is, if I move away from Homing Dark, I'm giving her a ton of time. If I stay in an explosion, I'll die. And I can't even iterate or explain how I could tell the difference between the two. It's a very subtle difference. That's the explosion. It's that she's holding the hand up. There we go. Yeah, she does a slow wave for that one. So we don't get to finish the fight in a neutral state. Got it. Couldn't let that happen. Come on. All right, we survived a Homing Dark. That moved her forward a lot. I was not aware that was a thing. No! I've dodged that attack every other time. Christ, this is tearing me apart. And this is like a couple rounds where she's just done skeletons. At least she has not done Homing Darkness with Velstadt in play to me. I think if she does that, I'm just gonna die. Which, it might be something that she can't do, but I don't think that's guaranteed at all. Loose stamina mismanaged there. That's the explosion. 2, 4. dot. Well, that's the last of the free damage. Couldn't get the dodge in time. Come on. Oh, okay, that reached. I didn't think it did. I really didn't think that was going to get there. Ugh. I think this might be the #1 boss fight for, like, heartbreaking close calls. I don't know if that's unique to me or if it's just happening. Like, is it happenstance? Does this happen to everybody? I don't know. When I was doing this the last time, Sunken City was the last DLC I worked on. So the last time I was doing this, I was comparatively OP. Very rude, Mr. Skeleton. There we go. Skeleton's dealt with. Right. Silly me. You can't take a second swing on her there. I need that skeleton to come out from behind her so I can actually kill it. But not like that. Not like that. Okay, we're gonna call it for tonight. We've been heartbreakingly close in this fight. We've been going at it for, this is just about the 4-hour mark, and I'm at a definite fatigue point. So, no guarantees on what we might be playing for tomorrow. On Wednesday, we'll be back to Psychonauts 2. This has been Jupiter Exile. Thank you for wandering with me. Good night.